Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I am Todd Puckett.
And this is
Don's Used Photo Equipment.
Right here in front of
The Great Wall of Film.
the Great Wall of Film.
Yes.
1-star, Michelin-rated film photography store. Would you believe that? 1 star.
I must stop
Now,
this
mind
mention.
you, 1 star is a lot, guys, because,
It is.
you know, 3 stars is the most you can get.
Oh, okay, yeah.
1 star. And
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
guys can help us get to 2 stars, right?
Yes.
You have to come in here. You have to make a special reservation. Prices are going to go up because of that one. Oh, well, no. Prices are going to go up. It's 1 star.
Egos may be inflated, but prices will not.
Egos are definitely going to, I
Yeah.
like the way you think. Egos are definitely going to go up because that 1 Michelin star.
Yes, yes.
Until their lawyers call and tell us otherwise.
To stop it, yeah. They're sitting there going, we don't even have a photography category.
That and Condé Nast top 10 film photography destinations.
Absolutely.
Right here in
Yes.
Dallas.
Yes.
Which is always super cool.
It is.
Because,
yes.
you know,
Go Big D.
we are so fortunate. We've got lots of film labs.
Yes.
We do have more places that sell film, but this is the only one that matters.
Yes. Well, sure.
I mean, it's a very vibrant community.
I mean,
would you say?
my customers can say that. I shouldn't. I can't say that.
The customer set. All right, so
Yeah.
this episode, guys, is all about red.
Red. Seeing red.
We are
buying
seeing
red. Shooting
we're
red.
seeing red.
Yeah.
We're seeing red. We're drinking out of things that are red. Hold on.
Oh, red top. Yep.
Right. So red.
Red.
But this time we're talking about
Red.
Harman Photo Red.
Yes.
Harman Photo with 2 A's, Mike.
2 A's, not a no.
No O, no E.
Harman.
2 A's, 2 O's.
2 A's, not 2 O's.
Or photo.
Photo. That is.
That is correct. 2 A's, 2 O's. All right, so guys, Harman Red. This is the red scale 35 millimeter film from Harman here in the store. Now, it came out on, a surprise, it came out on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
And I know it's no longer Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, it's almost a month later.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But the reason we're talking about it is because I finally got through shooting the first roll that I had.
Yes.
Now, mind you, yes, that means I'm slow, but I also have
Yeah.
1, a day gig, and 2, I had a lot of travel recently. So.
True. But also, you're not shooting the Pentax 17.
No, I'm not shooting 72 shots of this. That is for certain. But I am shooting the Pentax 17 right now.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
actually put
You shot it
another roll.
concurrently.
I put another roll in that. I'm trying some more Pentax 17 because it's a fun camera.
This is neat. Now, this is what we have been saying, or what I've been saying, and you've agreed with me. And
On a few occasions,
on a
not
few
all of them, but a few.
that Harman Technologies, which is the home of Ilford Photo, Kip Muir Photo, and Harman Photo,
Right.
has gotten their act together.
Yeah, in a pretty cool way.
And it was fun because when the other rep was for Ilford.
The former rep.
The former rep. He lived here in the Dallas area, so he would drop by every few months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1 or 2 times a year, maybe once a year. All right, once every few years. But he would drop by, and he would keep me up to date, just kind of the going-ons, no trade secrets, but just the going-ons of what's happening.
Yeah.
And he described that the film market hit the bottom in
It
2011.
bottomed out.
2011, but since then it kept going up and up and up.
Of course, they didn't know it was a bottom out at the time. They thought it was going to continue going down.
Well, they thought it was like maybe a dead cat bounce.
Oh, dead cat bounce.
And then they said, well, okay, but they're planning month to month to month. Then it's like, okay, the months are continuing to go up and up and up. So they started planning out half a year, 6 months in advance, a year in advance. Then, as everything started really strongly recovering, they were planning out 5 years in advance. And last time I talked to him, one of the times before he retired and moved on,
Right.
he goes, man, they're making 10, 15-year plans down the road. They're planning. Harman Technologies is planning for the future.
Which is super cool because
It
that's
is.
great when a company can do that.
It is awesome because what they're doing then is that they're planning to make things like this And then,
Harman Photo Phoenix 200.
and they said it's a tester.
They said it's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a tester. But they didn't say in 2 years we're going to do it. They said,
No.
hey, here it is.
Yeah, we're just doing it now. Here you
Yeah,
go.
here you go.
Not even a Kickstarter campaign.
Surprise.
They just did it.
They just did it. And that was awesome because this is what you do when you have far out plans. And they were far out.
Oh,
man.
far out.
Whoa. Then so they did this. And then they said, you know what? Let's do something else. Let's do HP5 and FP4 in retro.
Retro packaging.
Boom. Did they sit there and go, hey, we're going to be doing this next? No. They just said,
They said, what the heck? Let's do it.
Here it
Boom,
is.
Here it is.
oops, here it is.
I mean, it's the same film, but it's in different packaging.
It's in different.
It looks,
It
has
really,
a cool factor.
really bumped up the sales a little bit. You know,
Has it?
It kind of shook the staleness off. Staleness off.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I didn't make up.
They scraped a little mold off the
They
bread.
did. They kind of shook it up and did it out.
A little burned off the toast.
A little. So what was fun about this is whenever we got this and we started talking about it, and I said, you know what would be really cool with this?
You know, you probably did
No,
say these very words.
It's on tape.
Did you re-listen to it?
No, but I know I said it on tape. I know.
See, now I'm going to have to go backtrack and say, did he really? Did Todd really say it? But what did you say, Todd?
I said that would really be cool if they made it red scale.
No, wait a second, and I'm going to have to agree with him on this one because that sounds very familiar. It sounds like something you would say.
And I said, man, red scale, because this thing pops the reds, pops the greens, the two things that are cool.
I mean, but how hard is it to make red scale? Turn it around.
Turn it around.
Put it in backwards, however you want to call it.
Voila. Now,
Red scale.
Then I was talking to somebody about that, and they said, no, this is different. So I said, okay.
Is it really different?
And I sent an email off to England. And,
England.
England. And
Yeah, baby.
Wouldn't it be cool if the whole country was really that cool? But it's not.
Shagadelic.
Yeah, shagadelic.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they did it.
They did it.
They just turned it over. And
the exact same film.
it is the same film.
Because
Same
I
color,
think that's what
same-
I said
Yeah.
when we talked about it initially.
It
It's
is
like they
just
probably just turned it around, same film. However,
That's-
but we both agree it's probably the tweaked version of the film, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just still that.
You still think it's the original
the
Phoenix?
35,
Because they tweaked the Phoenix
The
200
120.
for the 120.
You know, that's a good question because you wouldn't tweak it and then untweak it.
I mean, unless you had
But-
excess supply, and you're just like,
this.
okay,
You know,
I would
we
just go use this.
We just go, which, no, I don't think that's it either. I think they made this.
I think this is tweaked version turned around.
And the reason why I say that is because I had a phone call. I called someone. They didn't call me. Nobody calls me like this. I called them.
Normally, when Todd gets phone calls, he's in trouble.
Yeah, it's like, would you stop saying that?
You really need to stop saying that.
I said, have your lawyer put it in writing. We'll do it.
I love you. Your people call my people.
Yeah, and the guy said that they made a production run of it, and it sold out. I mean, it all went to their distributor, which was, they went to the distributors around the world.
You're talking about the initial Phoenix 200, right?
No, I'm talking about red.
All the red. The red's
red.
already gone?
The red, the first initial
batch
was gone in less than a week. And
because it was for Valentine's Day.
I know. That was brilliant marketing.
How can you not buy red for your Valentine's? I mean, how many ladies or gentlemen bought film for their honeys?
Yep.
For Valentine's Day.
Not enough, but some.
But we can always hope.
Yeah, photos are red, violets are blue.
Oh, see,
yeah.
see what you did there.
Now and this is the other thing too. As you know, everything that's doing with C41.
He's reaching over to a very large. Is that all that's left?
Well, no, I got one more of this.
Okay.
I got 10 more other than what I just showed you.
That's not very many.
Not really, but it's going to be about a month or so before they make more, and then it'll take a while to get it over across the pond. And that means
I think that's called logistics.
That means that all of if a store is out of it, they're going to be out of it for a while.
Yeah.
So if you really want some of it, I've got about 30 rolls right here. And that's going to be it for about a month or a couple of months maybe.
Yeah, but don't come in and buy your 30 rolls thinking it's a rarity type thing.
No.
It's going
to come back.
So.
Because I think that how quick it moved was shook them up.
A little bit of a surprise.
It was a little bit of a shock. And I'm sitting there going, no, because whenever I sit there and said, hey, flip it, I knew. I knew. And the reason is because, think of it this way. It's only logical.
Okay.
And I know that scares people, but it's only logical. We had Cinestill red rum.
Yes.
It was very popular, was it not?
Oh, yeah.
Very.
As a matter of fact, it's out and gone. They haven't replaced it yet.
They haven't replaced it. And why, I don't know, because it sold.
Well, red rum was only in 120, am I correct?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being in 35 at all.
It was in 120 because they screwed up in the packaging. They flipped it over and packaged it that way.
Okay.
They didn't do it on purpose.
Mistake.
And so they're sitting there going, what do we do? And they go, well, dude, it's red scale. Just sell it as red scale.
Yeah, and they haven't made it since.
It did very well. And whenever I talked to someone about that, they said, well, we're not going to do this until we can catch up with the demand for our other.
Yeah.
When is that going to be?
Yeah, and being as how they're on that respooling course of things, you don't know how it's going to work out for them. Hopefully, okay, but yeah, we might never see red rum again.
We might not. Not for lack of want, but just for lack of them having the time and having it fall.
Well, the popularity of everything else. They're like, well, why should we bother making red rum when everything else is selling
now,
well? So.
The thing is that way down at that other end, the only other red scale film out there is lomography red scale. That's it.
Do you have any?
Yeah, right down there.
Hold, please.
No, I want to keep talking. You can hear me.
Hold, please. I'll be back.
Oh. Man alive. Red scale negative. XR. Red scale XR negative.
And this comes in both formats.
Now, see,
35 and 120.
35 and 120, and I have that in stock. But it's not that, it's really not flying off the shelf.
It's not super popular, is it?
No.
For some strange reason, lomography red scale, not flying off the shelves like the Harman red.
Then the thing, and this is here. Now, I have had somebody who've shot this and said, I've shot this before. They prefer this. And I think that's where that red pop and green pop kind of makes it different and sets it out.
Okay.
It's because it's red-green, I think a little bit more sensitive to those two. And this one pops with that so much that it makes this a better deal than this. So right now there's only two things on the market that you have to choose from, lomography and Harman. Perfect. I mean, they went through a lot of rolls with that thing very quickly. And here's the deal. You sit there and go, hey, that's great, that's wonderful. And it is for multiple reasons.
It is great and wonderful.
For multiple reasons.
For multiple reasons.
Because.
Don't be putting words in my mouth. I'm not repeating everything. I'm not repeating everything.
All right. Because all the money, the proceeds that they get from this goes right back into the C41 R&D, research and development.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, so this is helping them move quicker in the direction of making more C41 film. And we're not just limited to what's going to be the Phoenix 200 and the red. This is going to be a variety of C41 film coming out, and the sales of this helps promote their future C41 selection.
Well, who's the lomography base? What film is this based off?
I don't know.
I mean, because we don't know if it's Kodak or Fuji or somebody like that. But
yeah, and if they're going to have more of it.
But this is like an established film. So, I mean, whereas the Phoenix 200, the Harman photo, 2 A's, 2 O's, 200 there. That's an experimental film. It's brand
Yeah.
new. It's a new emulsion, completely different. And so flipping this around might not be any different than flipping around Kodak or Fuji.
Right.
Whereas flipping the Phoenix around to create red is like it's something. It is something different.
It's a unique thing. Yes, it is indeed a unique thing. So that's what we've got. It came out as a shock, and it moved quickly.
Yeah.
And that wasn't, to me, a shock. And it is funding future C41, and that's a good thing. So good things all around. Harman Technologies, Ilford Photos, good job.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
So maybe we should talk about the results.
Yeah, oh, you know what? I totally forgot.
We have results, guys.
Not only can we talk about it, we can show you.
We can show you as well.
Let's
so
show.
I was shooting it in my trusty Nikon F6.
Not your digital camera that you had at
Not my
Cities?
digital. That was, and pause here for a moment. We should come back around to that.
Okay. We'll circle the wagons
We'll get back
around
around.
again.
That was funny. Anyways, no, I shot the roll in my Nikon F6. Matter of fact, I put the little red thing right here at the top
Bingo.
here. So kind of remind me, oh, I've got red in here.
Red
I've got to shoot this. But it doesn't help when you have to work and travel and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a moment here.
And you can't take your homework with you on travel for business.
No. So let me type in. Let's see. All right, here's your Wi-Fi. Let's see. I'm going to type in the password. The Great Wall of Film, all caps. Okay, I'm in.
Oh, bingo.
Yeah. Now, if you come in here and try and get on his Wi-Fi with that password,
It's not going to work.
no, but it'd be funny if they tried. So obviously, I have seen these pictures. I have edited these pictures. I can have them
Oh,
over
yeah,
to
yeah.
Todd here.
I have seen this photo because it's out on the...
So yeah, the
Yours.
first photo got Todd holding it out at arm's length, and of course my camera was set to lightning speed, and it went.
Boom.
I clicked 2 shots before. Oh, like, oh, wait a minute, better stop.
Yes,
stop.
yes. I'm properly out of focus. I love it. I love
So
it.
I mean, the first big shot, we
I
have
like
the
it. I
Waterburger
love
sign, and of course, I'm aiming for things that are colorful. Obviously, it's a very blue sky, and it's a very orange sign,
Yep.
and some nice billowy clouds.
Can I flip this around?
No, you can't, because they're going to see it.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well,
I mean, essentially, it's super orange and red, and I think what I'm liking about this film is it's got a nice amount of red to it, but it's a lot orange, and orange is one of my favorite colors there. And I'm also finding that it's contrasting.
yes. I love it. I love it.
He so much
Hey, now,
wants to show you, but
no,
I'm
no.
showing you
well,
right now.
I know, but when you show it, you just flash it up and go boop, boop, boop. It's like,
I'm
come
sorry,
on.
I only give you a few seconds.
Yeah, no, do it a little bit longer. This is worth it. This is worth. I didn't
And
see
I
this
did a
one.
couple of shots of Waterburger while I was there. I was hungry.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Waterburgers are always great.
They are.
I mean,
Yep.
they're classical shaped buildings here in Texas. Maybe
They
not
are.
where
They
you're
are.
at.
Whoops. And we'll just go. Yeah. Flip. And here we go.
So this is a shot of Sherlock, my Labrador, my best friend in the whole wide world. And of course, I was trying to take common photos that people would shoot with. And as you can see, the darks are really dark.
The dark side are.
It's so I say it's contrasting. Now, most of these shots that I took are all at the 125 ISO level, the recommended level. So this is how the camera interpreted it and shot it, and they're dark. And so we have some photos at the end that I've actually split up between the 64,
You did
the
a
125,
phenomenal job with that,
and
sir.
the 250.
I love
We'll
it.
talk about those towards the end.
Yep. Towards the end. Another favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that is a good one, but also you can see it's still dark though, and that's still shooting at the 125. So I've got a squirrel on the fence. I actually threw on the telephoto lens for one shot there, and
Then the squirrel skedaddled.
pretty much because he's.
Click,
I'm
click.
trying to train this squirrel up to be afraid of me.
There you go. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Moose and squirrel. So
Yeah, you got a nail there. So.
yeah, nail that.
Yep. And then you got a stationary dead stuffed animal.
Well, I has 2 animals there because I went to Shields.
Shields?
Shields, the athletic place. The gun store. All Shields.
Oh man, I thought you went to probably Bass Pro Shop or
No,
something.
no. Well, no, but Shields is like a Bass Pro Shop. It's athletic gear.
I
but-
wonder if it used to be because that looks like the same mountain that they do.
I know. Yeah, I could have had the same shots in there. But,
Yeah.
But if you have decent lighting, you're going to get decent shots. But obviously, it's dark in here, so this is the grizzly shot.
Yeah.
It's darker.
Go Bears. That's what it looks like it's saying.
I mean, you're not going to get the hint of colors that you would with a Phoenix because obviously it's turned around backwards.
Yeah.
This is where we had lunch.
Yes.
So you can see a little bit of blue in the sign, I think.
The reds really pop out on everything. It's
Yep.
so funny. Everything red in the signs behind it is
Yep.
red, and then everything else kind of goes black and white or orange.
We went to Keller's Hamburger Beer. I didn't say hamburgers and beer, but it says hamburgers beer for
Yep.
lunch. And I think that was my first time at Keller's.
Mhm.
Not bad,
mine.
not bad.
Not bad. Yeah. It brought back memories for me.
So then as a last-ditch effort, it's like, hey, Todd, we have got to go finish this film. So we went out to the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge with the tripod that's currently holding up the camera right now. And
Sold at this store, Tiltaw.
it's a tilt-off. I love it.
Yes.
And I essentially set it up, and I purposely took 3 shots of the exact same thing for a couple of scenes in a
few
row.
things, yes.
And that really blows through film really quickly, too.
It does. It does. But it provides wonderful results.
It does. So I
Wonderful
shot it at
results.
64 ISO, 125, the recommended ISO, and 250 ISO. And so I've got a scene of doubt. Now these ones you're looking at, these are just the singles. But
The singles.
You pointed out this shot.
Yes.
This is a shot of the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge with the sun on the other side of it. It's actually a great shot. I love that shot.
Thank you. See, this is why he brought me. It's not to help him shoot. It's to
No,
help him
because
see the shots he needs
I
to shoot.
didn't bring him along for shooting. He didn't carry a damn thing.
I was.
He was just more like a passenger princess.
And he said, hey, take this. It's a good shot. And he did. And it is.
And he said, oh, yeah, that would be a good shot. So we did.
And it is a good shot. I love it.
But-
I love it because it's got, when you take the sun and red scale,
Yeah.
it's like, it goes white, yellow, orange, red. It does it from inside out. It does the colors for you.
you listen, if you're shooting red scale, you want to shoot things that are going to turn out differently. And this is definitely different.
And what I love about this is that whenever you go to the next shots where you put the 3 side by side,
right.
you have all of those 3 things in this one shot.
Yeah.
The yellow, the orange, the red.
Yeah.
And down here, green.
Yeah, I do notice there's a hint of green. So I also
At the
noticed
base.
that when we got the scans back, speaking of which, where are my negatives?
Yeah, they haven't arrived. Oh, no, they haven't arrived yet.
Okay.
I did get a whole list of negatives coming in. And if you have negatives here, come by and pick them up.
Exactly.
Thanks for reminding me.
So, well, one of the scans of the 3, it's like if you don't scan it just right, it actually had more of a green tone and less of a red tone altogether. And I think that's just how some scanners, they change slightly.
But I think that is the perfect representation of this.
That is a great one.
Thank you.
That one, I would have loved to just have this one. These are the silos. We were across the street, harder to get a great shot. Could have used a little bit more of a telephoto lens, but okay. But here is the creme de la creme right here.
Yes.
So, we're looking at the shot right now, which you guys are, and I have essentially divided up the shot.
And leave it up there for a little bit.
Still
for
the
them to
Margaret
see.
Hunt Hill
Yeah.
Bridge, 64, 125, and 250 ISO.
Yes, yes.
I think my personal opinion, and I think that's what a review is all about, I think the 64 ISO is just too slow.
Yeah, and it's yellow.
And I think the
Very
250
yellow.
it's and the 250 is too fast. 125 is nice, but if I were to make a recommendation, I think I would go with 100 ISO.
100 or 200?
I think I would try the 100, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Because I think you already get a lot of contrast with this naturally in the 125. I think I would want to bump up the light just a little bit.
Okay, all right, all right. So this is the Goldilocks approach.
Right. Now, if I was to
Too
go
much,
reshoot
too
this
little?
again,
Just right.
if I was to do this again, I would shoot at the 100, the 125, and the 200 to see, how much closer those are
100,
getting to us.
150, 200.
Well, this is at the 125. I'm always trying to stay with the
Okay.
recommendation first.
Now, I think, did a really good job of showing the difference, too.
I did. This is I think the last shot. So this is the art
is.
park scene, which you guys are seeing now. Obviously,
Yeah.
split it up again. The art park thing, that little gateway was very colorful. And I think those colors are slightly coming through.
Yeah, green, orange, pinkish. Well, yeah, greens and oranges and yellows are, yes.
Right, but but the big part is to looking at the sky. You can see how much yellow, how much orange, how much red you're getting in each one of these different shots.
Yes, yes. And then the shadows over here,
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah, and I think this was wonderful because you said you shot the 250 and it go click, you go, that's the last image.
Yeah, I shot the 250. That was the last image. The camera started rewinding backwards.
That's it, yeah.
And I didn't do what I normally do with my camera, which is turn it off. I did not turn it off. I normally always turn it off while it's rewinding because I forget this.
Yeah.
Because that's such a habit. You take a picture, you turn it
Yeah.
off. So I didn't do that this time. I let it rewind the film. We had a good time, right? Taking
Oh,
some
absolutely,
photos.
yes, yes.
Then we dropped it off at our friends at Legacy Photo Lab. They
Yeah.
did a expedite delivery for us.
Turned it right around for us so that we could make sure we got it on here. A little extra charge on that, but it's still worth it.
We dropped it off on Sunday. We had it on Monday.
Yes, yes.
I've already been
Editing.
tweeting and editing, and so I have a Flickr gallery of all these photos. If you guys would like to see them, I'll put that in
Yeah.
the description below. Go check them out.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it really is worth it, especially to take a little bit more time in studying each photo
Yeah.
and seeing the effect of the red scale throughout the whole image is really good.
I think I have the other Harman photo. I think I might have the Phoenix gallery down there. I'll put that, if I have that, I'll put that to link down there as well.
Yes,
So you can go take a
absolutely.
look at both the Harman regular
Yeah.
and the Harman red with 2 O's and 2 A's.
Harman 2A's, photo
Harman 2 A's,
2O's.
2 O's.
That's right. Now we just need to get a couple of E's and I's and U's. in there.
I'd like to buy a vowel. Pat, I'd like to buy a vowel.
Absolutely.
I know
Well-
it's Ryan now, but it's always Pat.
it's
It's always
always
going to be Pat,
Pat,
for me.
yeah.
So
Pat and Vanna White.
exactly.
Yeah.
So guys,
Sorry, that was dripped down memory
So
lane.
you've seen the photos.
Yeah.
Now, my opinion
I've seen the
is,
images,
would
yes.
I shoot it again? I would say definitely yes. I think I would shoot it again.
Yeah, not for everyday use.
Well, no, I wouldn't shoot a wedding with it unless it's a goth wedding, of course.
Ooh.
But it has
Or a
its
Halloween
purposes.
wedding.
I shot red rum when I went to the Stanley Hotel for that
Yes,
wedding.
yes.
I had a great time. I mean, I think red scale has a purpose.
Yeah.
I would probably shoot it on vacation if I went to a national park or something like that. I think that would great.
Halloween.
Good roll of film.
By-
Halloween.
Whenever the next batches, with this batch here and whenever the next batches come in, scarf some up for yourself and hold on to it till October because, we don't know if this is going to be something they're going to continue to do or if this is something that they're just doing just to raise money.
Yeah, maybe this is just a mistake and they did it on backwards and they're like, oh,
No,
well, we got to
no,
package
this was on purpose. They did this. So this is what I said. This is what I like about the Harman Technologies.
They have a
group.
plan.
They have a plan, and it's working great. So but we don't know how many more times they're going to run this production.
Well, I mean, they ran out, but the question is, do they consider it a success by
Oh,
their
my
means? I mean,
gosh.
because
Yes.
they could still have sold out and not made as much profit as they thought, and it's like, well, let's
No,
not do that
no,
again.
no,
I'm just saying that's a potential.
All I know is that they're making more.
Okay, well,
They
more,
are
more is
making
good.
more, and it's going to be a month or I don't know how long it's going to take to go across the pond and get here. so.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Yes, yes. So overall, kudos to Harman.
Yes, and the only ask I have is if they're going to spring surprise film on us is to give people like us a little bit more time because film
Well,
is a process. You have
yeah.
to go shoot it. You have to get it developed. It takes a little bit of time. So
It does. But I think they didn't do that because so many people were leaking it.
I understand, but Harman with 2 A's and 2 O's, you can trust us. You can trust us.
We got your back, Jack.
Todd has shared many a secrets with me, and
Never.
not only do I not
Never.
remember them, but I don't tell anybody.
I haven't shared anything with you.
I don't remember a thing.
I talk to him about these things because if we get it in enough time, we have to go plan. I mean, the few times that we have to plan something,
unfortunately,
it's like, where are we going to go shoot this?
Pre-shooting film for a review does actually require a
It
plan.
does.
There's just no way around it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I wait until things like this to spring it on him.
It's like, oh, here you go. What?
What? But yeah, it is. And speaking of other new film,
New film?
Now,
There's more
we're
new
going to
film.
circle around back to something on this thing.
Well, we were going to. We can talk about the new film, or we can talk about the photo I put on social media. So.
Oh, okay.
But let's go ahead and
Let's
talk
do
about
the
the
new
let's talk
film.
about
Let's
the
do the new
Aurora,
film.
because not only do you have that,
Here you go. Take a
didn't
couple
you
of these.
have those up there? Or are those not the same? You have the bulks.
The bulks.
The bulk.
Oh, yes, yeah. You know
Little
what?
does he remember. Now he had. Hold,
Well-
please, while he grabs one of them.
You know what? I don't remember what I don't remember what we've talked about.
Well, I do.
I don't. Man alive. You know, man, there's so many things. Like I was telling him earlier, he goes, okay, well, what are we going to talk about? And I go,
I said, did I have a haircut in the last video? And he
Yeah.
goes, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I said, did you? And he goes,
And
no, I hadn't had a haircut this year.
I knew we were going to talk about that, and that's it.
Okay.
We didn't even talk about what we were going to talk about on it.
No.
And then you said, well, what else is new? And I said, oh, you said, what about this stuff? Did we talk about Flick?
Well, we did, because we talked about you've got the bulk loader from Flick Film.
And that I had ordered this.
And we had talked about that you were
But the-
getting the
Yeah.
Aurora
the Aurora 400.
400 in the store.
In the store.
So Aurora 400 is in the store.
Now, this
Now,
is...
I haven't shot this. And what did you say this was based off of? What film this is?
I don't know what it's based off of, but they keep saying that Aurora 800 is more of a unique and not a repackaged.
Okay.
Because I've seen Aurora 800 photos that are taken with it, and they're gorgeous. And I sent you a photo that was taken with the 800 that was shot at 200
Uh-huh.
and processed at 800. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Aurora, our Flick Film, did a little bit of Harman photos on us and just said, hey, here's 400.
A little photo jiu-jitsu on us.
It just says, here we go, bing. And, it's like, I got to, I got to.
And once again, no time to go shoot this in advance.
Well, they didn't even, whenever they announced it, they didn't even have it in their
Right.
hands. So this was hey, this is here soon.
Coming soon. Would you like to buy some?
It was
What?
only about a few days off. I think it just meant that they had it scheduled and
Right.
something hung up in traffic on it. But 400 is, well, Aurora 400 is just as good as the 800.
Except for 400.
Except for 400. And a lot of people will be taking this and shooting it at 100 or 200. It's funny how everybody doesn't shoot at what it's scheduled for or what it's.
I don't know. So all right.
Well,
So
I mean,
if
a
I
lot
were
of
to
people do.
shoot, if I were to shoot a 400 speed film,
Yeah.
I'm asking this for a friend. If I was to shoot a 400 speed film at 200, when I turn it over to the lab, do they push or pull color film, or do they
Only if
just
you tell them.
process it at C41?
They process it at
I mean,
400.
can you push and pull
Yeah.
C41? I mean, can you
Yes.
increase or decrease the
Yeah.
processing time?
Yeah.
I don't do very much color C41 processing. I black and white, I understand about pushing and pulling and all that kind of good stuff. I love that one.
Well, yes, and I got 100 rolls of this in store.
So that's not a pro pack, that's a
Sleeve.
sleeve.
That's what I call them, a sleeve.
Sleeve. Oh, wait. This is just a Todd term? This entire time? I thought this was
I think
industry standards.
I think it is an industry standard term.
This
But
whole time he's
I got
been
100
telling me.
rolls of Ultra 400 in. And so that is, Aurora is a
Aurora 400.
Aurora 400. And again, that is a very cool film,
Yeah, you said Ultra, but it's Aurora, right?
Aurora.
Yeah, but it might be Ultra to you.
Yes, it could be. Then, also new, to me, not
New.
New to me.
He knew without a K. He knew.
I knew, and he does, yep. Flick Film Ultra Pan 200 in 100-foot roll, and I also have this in 100 and 400. So 100, 200, 400, 100-foot rolls.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I say 7 different bulk rolls here.
Bulk rolls.
7 different. So guys, if you're looking to save some money and bulk
And you
rolling
do
is your thing, Todd has now got a supply. Now you haven't had bulk roll supplies in the past,
No,
but now you do.
now I do.
Now you do, which is really cool, guys.
Yeah, and I also have got this, of course, in 400, in 120, 100, and 120, 400.
What are these?
This is basically Fomapan.
Okay.
Now, Fomapan is a really
Of course,
good,
and this is Ultra Pan, but yeah.
is a really good, well-known film. And it is very popular and out in about 5 or 6 different
I know
names.
TSA will definitely scrutinize this if I were to bring this through.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "What's in these little these little cardboard things?"
And you say, film. And this is, okay, and I've mentioned this, and we've talked about this before. There is so much stuff out there now that I cannot sit there and afford to have 3 different films and 3 different named films that are all the exact same thing. So I pick one of them and do it.
I mean, there's no sense in having multiple things. Essentially, are all Fomapan. It's like,
Right.
oh, but it's a different name over here, and it's a different name over here.
And it's the same film.
But it's the same film.
And, you know, you talk about respooling Kodak. Well, you know,
So what else? What other names does Fomapan come under?
Arista,
Arista, the
Lomography.
What is this called? Ultra, or is this just Flick Film?
Flick Film.
Lomography. So I mean, if you were to come in and saying, "Hey, I really want this one
Holga,
film,"
I think.
yeah, but they don't make that one anymore. But if you were to come in and saying, "Hey, I want this one brand of film," and Todd's going to say, "Well, that's
Here you go. This is it.
yeah, this Fomapan, and it's over here just the same."
Yeah. And so these are the new film and new to store film
Yeah.
that's in, and that's not all of it. That's in a few weeks. I don't know. I've paid for it. They've got my money, and they claim to be putting the packaging and shipping together.
They're holding
Now,
his money hostage.
They're holding my money hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I have no idea how long it's going to take for it to clear everything and be here. But I've got a whole nother film coming in that's going to take up a whole shelf.
A whole shelf.
Yes.
I mean, rumor has it, the Great Wall of Film is expanding.
Yes, and but I can't do it on my own. So it's one of those things that I'm going to have some help doing.
Rumor has it.
And
It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
Thanks to y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
I mean, these videos must be working somehow, except for those people who complain that they can't order anything. But
Well, yeah, there is that.
but we would still love you to come in the store.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I haven't been recognized in the store in a whole week.
you haven't been here in a whole week.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
Or 2 weeks. I don't know.
Depending on the weather, I might be in on a Saturday.
Allegedly.
Well, no, if the weather is nice, Mrs. Holga said she was going to go hiking with a friend, and I'm like, well, okay.
Where?
I didn't ask
know.
those types of questions.
Yeah, I understand. Because I went, I had a wonderful Saturday. I did something that I haven't done in a long time.
You mean go shooting with me?
No, well, that was Sunday. Saturday, I closed up the store.
That's right.
Went up to Denton.
Denton.
And
Denton is a great place to visit.
It is a wonderful place to visit.
Can we give a shout out to our friend up in
Yeah,
Denton?
yeah.
So Armand
at Denton Camera Exchange.
Denton Camera Exchange. I always enjoy going into that store and
Yeah.
just looking around because
It's got a lot. He was,
and props to Legacy Photo Lab as well. We went to their Northwest Highway store.
Yep.
That's also a fun little store to look around.
it
to,
is,
so-
and they're open Sundays, and
yeah,
that's
and that's why we went there. So
Sunday.
it's always nice to go into stores you can look around and see.
So
It's like, ooh, do I need that? You
We
know?
expedited it, dropped it off Sunday, got it Monday. And
Okay.
what time did you get the scans?
I would say at least mid Monday. So
Yeah.
it's like they did it first thing.
they
But
did.
anyways, I'm sorry. Back to Denton and
Yeah.
Armand.
So visited with him, see what was going on, and he'd mentioned that there had been a photo walk in the area, and that he had all the people come over to his store. And,
well,
and
I mean, when
check
it's a
things
photo
out.
walk for somebody else's business,
No,
but
that's
yet
it.
they
I
still
wasn't-
come to your business.
I
Not
wasn't gonna
his.
say anything.
Not his.
I'm not going to say anything. But no, I mean, anyway, but it was, we talked about just, his film and what's going on and how business is. And I had a good talk with him and had a fun time. And also, of course, stopped by Buc-ee's. And now we know the truth.
Now we really know why he went to Denton.
That's why I went to it. It was Buc-ee's.
Todd had to go to Buc-ee's. So.
Buc-ee's stop. I just got to get my Buc-ee's fix.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went over to Fort Worth, on the other side of Fort Worth, to Airfield Falls. And
Airfield Falls.
the Fort Worth group was having a photo walk out there.
Airfield Falls. Is that near the old Carswell Air Force Base?
No, Carswell's in the town.
Okay.
This was outside. It was the something Joint NAB Air Force Base.
That's the new name of
Oh.
Carswell's.
Well, then it was
The Joint Standoff, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carswell got renamed.
Well, what's that airfield right out with the military? Do they move?
No. That's where it was. So Alliance.
No. This is no. This is like outside. This was in another city.
I
outside.
mean, it might have been, but I'm saying
Okay.
the Air Force, the
Well,
base
anyway.
is pretty big. So
Well, this is past Fort Worth.
Okay.
But I went and visited a group that was out doing a photo walk and talking to them and just seeing how things were going. And I took about a mile or over a mile walk, and
You
it was fun.
walked a mile?
Over a mile. And it was great. It was clean air, you know. I kept thinking Green Acres, fresh air, dun dun, dun 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 dun, fresh air.
that's not the song that as soon as you said mile, I was thinking about Mom's Spaghetti. But
No,
you're going Green Acres on it.
I'm
I
on
like
Green
that.
Acres, and but it was fun to get out and watch people shooting film and 4x5 film as well,
Ooh.
and or was it just FP 3000B?
Could have been.
Could have been.
I mean, that's how some of those Denton crowd they love their instant film. So, but
Yeah,
that instant
but-
film's coming fewer and far between. So.
Yes, unless the Light Lens Lab.
Night Lens Lab, but they were going to make. Oh, that's right.
It's
They're
Hill
going
Park.
to make new films, and instant
And
Hill
Hill Park.
Park was on their list.
Yeah, which may be just the single shots.
Okay, which is fine.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention to people,
People.
220 bikes. If you got medium format, or if you have 220 bikes that fit the 4x5s,
Right. So I've got a
2x20.
I've got a
2x20
220 back for my Pentex 645. Right.
yes, start buying them up because other people are going to start making 220 film.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I've got 40 rolls of 220 film coming in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can you say by who?
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
That's it,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
220 film.
220
Black
film.
and white and color.
No, just black and white.
Black and white. I mean, because when I shoot my Pentex 645, so a normal 645 is going to get you 16 shots. Being as how this is a 220 roll, I actually get 33.
32. Oh, 33.
33. I get an extra shot. Yeah.
Wow, you get an extra shot.
210, 220,
Whatever it takes.
No,
Yeah.
I get 33. So it's a little bit difficult to put it in the sleeves, but how can you turn down the extra shot?
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I got an extra
Yeah.
shot.
So I tell people now, okay, I told you to buy the Kodak Gold because that price isn't going to last forever.
No.
No, you didn't. Some people bought some.
No, I'm saying no, it's not going to last forever.
It's not going to last
Not
forever.
that you didn't say that. You
I
said,
did.
No,
No,
it
no,
will not last
I
forever.
didn't. But some people didn't buy it, and then they came back and this is
Are
way
you
up.
about to drop bad news on us?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying I
he
give
is
advice.
a film soothsayer here, you guys.
I give advice, and it's up to you to follow it or not. And my advice is buy some of those 220 bikes now while people are pretty much giving them away.
It's like, he's like a really bad Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master. It's like, I don't know, you see a door in front of you. It may or may not be covered in poison, or it may or may not kill you. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
What do I know?
Well, I do know that I think, because there was one company out there that had 220 film.
Okay.
And now there is a second group out there that has 220 film.
Okay.
So that's two 220 films.
Well,
out there
220
now.
backs are going cheap right now, guys. So
Grab them up.
So if you are if you're like a Hasselblad shooter, or the RB shooters, or the Yashicas,
The Shikas,
yes.
yeah.
That's pretty good advice. to snap those
Mamiya.
up.
Well, Mamiya, buy your Mamiya C330s because you can sit there and push that thing down and go 120, 220, but then you can also, you can also flip, flip the counter around, and
You
they'll
can
say
probably
220.
get those back. You can get them cheaper than the 120 backs,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Oh, a lot cheaper, yes.
Unless, of course, the person who's selling it doesn't know what they have in the first place, and they're just putting a high price on it because that's what they do. It's like, oh, a back is a back. No,
but get them. Get them now, and because I think over the film's going to grow.
Get them before they're hot.
Get them before they're pricey and hot. Yeah, because I've got several Canon AE1s coming in that have been cleaned. And I have a price that I normally do, and then I found somebody in the area who had a Canon AE1, and you know how much they're selling? They're asking for theirs? $400 for a Canon AE1 with a 15mm
Get out of
lens.
here. $400.
And I'm sitting there going, well, I thought I was high at my price. So now I'm sitting there going, what on earth?
I know.
The pricing on film cameras are really jumping up. And shocked me. But film right now,
well,
you still got some good values.
Canon and Nikon.
Yes.
They don't make film cameras anymore. Well, they don't make SLRs anymore.
No.
Okay, so
but
Canon and Nikon, you guys could make an SLR again.
I will tell you right now, like the Harman for Ilford, I'm out of these.
You're out of
this is my show one, but if you want this one, you can buy it. But
technically, he's out.
I have 25 in. I've sold 25. All right. Somebody who I knew very, very well made a deposit, and I said, okay, I will do this only because you just took your camera back, and I didn't have one to show people.
Right.
I said, I'm going to use this to show and tell people.
Yeah.
And so yours is the guinea pig.
People are going to touch it.
And it's technically sold, but I got 25 in, and I've sold 25 Pentax 17.
Number one Pentax 17 seller
on Regal Row.
1-star Michelin star rated film store. Condé Nast. Top 10 film photography location. Do we have anything else?
Well, I think we've gone through quite a bit.
Have we?
There's so much information. Well, there's so much information that I think people are going to have to watch this 2 or 3 times just to catch everything.
If you could, that would be appreciated.
Yeah. So, what did we miss?
I don't think we missed anything.
Oh, okay.
Is that it for us then?
I think so.
All right, guys. Well, with that, please do share, like, subscribe.
Yes.
Tell a friend.
Tell people that we've moved, because every week I still get people coming in.
You've moved?
Yeah, I did.
When did that happen?
10 months ago now.
Hey, be sure to tell Mama Holga to watch this video.
It's 2 months. It will be 1 year that I've been at this location.
1 year.
I cannot believe that.
Are you gonna have cake? A party? What are you doing?
Every time I do something in May, nobody comes.
Aw, that's the saddest thing ever.
Because May 20th will be our 28th anniversary.
Yeah.
And I used to have 1 week anniversary parties, and I used to sell things at discounts.
And nobody showed up. It was a pity party.
And then after the next Monday that we did, it was packed. And I said, I had this stuff on sale, and they said, well, we figured you would be too busy. And I said, everybody thought that, and nobody came.
Nobody came. So with that, Todd's going to fade us to black.
Yes, thank you. And bye.